Hi, good morning. My name is Raquel, and welcome to my podcast. Thank you to all new and returning viewers. This is not my usual upload day or filming day for that matter. It's Tuesday today, the 28th of February, and the only reason I'm making this little film today, or this little episode, is that it's Carnival today, so the company gave us the day off, and I promised to do so on Sunday to talk about all the sock yarn I have for the upcoming month. I'm hosting a cal throughout the month of March, all to do with socks, and I'm also joining Sock Madness for this year, which is the 11th year that it's running, I believe. And in my previous episode, so on Sunday's episode, I already linked to the group and to the information thread and everything. Today is the last day you can sign up for Sock Madness if you want to do so. That is completely separate from the cal that I'm hosting on my group on Ravelry. So I just thought I'd show the sock yarn I have. I'm not sure it's 100% in line with what the Sock Madness the list of requirements, so to speak, but it's what I have. I have ordered some new yarn. It just hasn't come yet, but hopefully I'll be able to get it by the coming weekend. And what I've ordered is mostly plain colored yarns, because I have quite a lot of either self-striping or variegated yarns. I'm sorry, I'm looking off to the side because that's where it's all stacked at the moment. But before I start going on to the yarns, I thought I'd just have show you a little progress on two of the projects I'm working on at the moment, other than socks, obviously. One is my both blankets, both for another cal. They both fall into categories for two other year-long cals I'm running, which is the stash busting cal and the blanket along. You can check out the group for more details and all that. I'm not going to go into that now. Today is just going to be a really short episode, just to show the yarn I have that I'll be using. I won't be using all of it. I have a couple of skeins earmarked already for some design work that I'm planning on doing. And so yeah, let's just get started, because I want to keep this short today and have minimal editing. So on Sunday I showed two blocks that I did for my pinwheel blanket, and then Sunday after I filmed I showed one in progress, which was this one. And I believe, let's see, I believe I was here. Maybe I was here already. No, I think I was like halfway through the thing, and then I just added sorry, I started over here, so I had it up to the blue, and then I added these 4 triangles afterwards while I was editing. This pink one is by Fiber Spades, and this was from a swap I did last year, and this is literally what is left over of what I have. I managed to put I think at least one block in my mitered square blanket, and I had 3 grams left, and I was pretty much playing yarn chicken at the end. I didn't think I'd have enough, but so that's where the end is. Sorry, Mr. Soot has decided to join us. So as you can see, it's roughly 20 centimeters of yarn left over, so it was just enough. But yeah, I was coming towards the end. I had a couple more rows, and I was like, it's not going to be enough, it's not going to be enough. And then I did the last row, and I'm like, ooh, let's hope it's enough for the bind off, and it was just enough. So this is the block I finished. And then I did another one, and this is all RGO yarn, all from projects I've made. I won't go through all of them now, but it's all from projects I have made. Actually, some of them are from multiple projects. I still have quite a lot, yeah. In case anyone is wondering, I use approximately maximum of 3 grams per triangle, depending on the thickness of the yarn. So those are 2 blocks that I can add to my. I need to weave in all the ends, obviously. And then I just start the crochet border around it and add it to the blanket. But goal for today is to finish the other blanket that I'm working on, which is a baby blanket for a friend of mine, and she's due in May, so I just want to get this off the needles. My idea is to finish it today because I don't want it to go over into the next month. So I wouldn't really call this a baby blanket anymore. I cast on way too many stitches. I think last year's blanket I had about 100 stitches less than what I had on this one. But you know how when you cast on it looks like so little stitches, and then once you start knitting it, it just seems to grow sideways? That's what happened with this one. And I don't want, I could have left it, like, I could have stopped after, okay, I think on Sunday where I showed you, I was on this, I was attaching, I can't really see right now, this blue stripe. I could have left it at this blue stripe, but then it was not quite square, and I didn't want to create a square blanket. I wanted a slightly longer blanket, so I decided to add in another stripe of the light blue, and now I'm ready to add in the final stripe, which is another turquoise color. So this is where it's at. And I did put it on a longer cable yesterday, or attached a cable to the needles I'm using to see where I was at in terms of length, to determine whether or not I would add the extra stripes or not. So it starts off at this end, added in. The white was basically leftovers from the little sweater I made for the baby as well. And then, so I already have a stripe of this light blue here in the middle, and I'm going to end it with this one as well. So yeah, only one more stripe, and I'm going to match the end stripe with this end stripe, which is slightly shorter than all the other ones. I think this ball had slightly less. This was whereas all these turquoise stripes in the middle are all from the same lot. This was from a different lot bought like a couple of years before, and I think that one had slightly less yardage in the ball, because it was a brand new ball, so I hadn't used it for anything else, but there might have been slightly less yardage. I'm just going to throw it on the chair. I started filming on this side initially when I started podcasting, and then I moved to the other side of the table, but because again it's really crappy lighting outside, I have all the lights on, the dining room table lights on and everything, see if that would help with some of the lighting issues. Otherwise it's way too dark, but this is what I can do for the moment. I might try to create something here in the corner. I just need to find something to put the computer on. I do actually have a little table over here beside this cabinet, but it's occupied at the moment with a radio that belongs to my dad that I asked to have here because it had turning what do you call those, to play the old vinyl discs, but I don't actually listen to it anymore, so I'm going to give it back to my dad and he can have it at the farm, and I can listen to discs there when I'm there. So socks, that's what the whole idea was about filming today. I have everything prepared. I just prepared it quickly before I start filming. So what do I have? I have 2 bags. This is going to be my project bag that I'm going to be holding my actual project in. I have 2 bags because I'm doing the sock madness, and I'm doing my own cowl, but you know, knitting socks as well. And I'm not the only one hosting a sock knit-along throughout this month, by the way. Rosario from Donna Maria, who is the person who started this last year, she'll be hosting one on her group as well. So join both groups for more chances to win. I'm not quite sure what the prizes are going to be at the moment. I'll figure that. I'm planning on making one little thing that I came up with. I just have to see if I can manage to do it all before the end of the month. So, but there will be prizes for the sock cowl. Sorry. So this is going to be holding my Sock Madness socks, and this one will be for the other socks that I'll do in between if I have time. we'll see. At the moment, this one is housing all my needles. So, well, not, yeah, they are. So I have my high sharps in 2.25 millimeters, and then I have Addy Addy lace in 4 sizes. Let me see. Okay, starting with they are laced, just not with the red cable. So 2 millimeters, 2.25 millimeters, 2.5 millimeters, and 2.75 millimeters. Because for the Sock Madness, they require several sizes of needles. Some patterns actually require 1 or 2 different sizes. And then I still have an extra 2.5 millimeters, just the regular Addy needles, which are more, the tips are slightly more blunt than the Addy lace. And then I have a pair of scissors that go in the bag, pen to write stuff down, and I'm adding my carbons, DPNs, which might come in useful, and obviously Sit wants to play with the packaging. You gonna knit socks with me or Sit? Yeah? You wanna knit socks with these? Okay, he loves anything that's plastic. He likes to just chew on the plastic, which I know is bad for them, and I don't let him, but sometimes he grabs hold of the stuff and does it. So, those are my project bags for the moment. I'll come to yarn in just a minute when this little guy disappears and he's sitting on top of the patterns I'm about to show you. So, for Sock Madness, I have no idea what the patterns are going to be. They'll come out when they come out. So hopefully tomorrow I'll be receiving the first email with the first pattern, and I can show you on my podcast on Sunday what the pattern is. I believe that the patterns will only become available to the general public once Sock Madness is over. Some of them will be paid patterns, others might be free patterns, I don't know. That's all up to the designer. In the meantime, I had already planned to, before I decided to join Sock Madness, I had planned on making some other sock patterns. And those are the ones I'm going to show you now. I don't know if I'm going to get around to any of these, because I also want to work on the pinwool blanket. I also want to work on the Persian Dream blanket, which I've not. You're going to burn yourself, Sit. He's playing with the light bulbs of the overhead lights. Okay, so I have, and I'm not going to take these out of the sleeves, so I'm sorry if there's any glare from the plastic sleeves. I have a pair of socks here that a lot of podcasters have been knitting, and it's a free pattern. It's the Mercury socks by Kim McKenzie. I'm just going to give them a try, see if I like them or not. So that's the first pattern I was planning on knitting. There's this Business Casual by Tanis Lavallee. This is a pair of socks that I've been meaning to knit ever since they came out. I know a couple of my friends have knit these, and they've come out really nice. And I think I know which sock yarn I'm going to be using for this. I'm not 100% sure. So that's the Business Casual socks. And this is again a free pattern on Ravelry. Actually, all the ones I've chosen are free patterns. Then all these other patterns I will be showing you are all by the same designer, and that's Kaua Coffee. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. This person is also the one that has done the warm-up pattern for Sock Madness, which is currently only available for people who've signed up for the Sock Madness, but it will become I believe she said that it's going to be a free pattern on Ravelry once Sock Madness is over. So I've been meaning to knit some of her designs, her or him, I'm not sure, designs for quite a long time. I really like them. She has a couple of themed patterns, like I know some of them, I know she has, I believe the 4 from the Musketeer. Sits about to throw his food on the floor. He's frustrated. He really wants the dogs to play with, and they're just not around. they'll be here tomorrow, so that'll be fun to watch. He's actually been lying by the front door, hoping for me to open the door and that the dogs will come in. At least that's what I'm thinking he's doing, because he's just lying by the front door. Anyway, so the following 6-7 patterns are all by the same person. So I'll just show you. First one is Coffee Cantata. This will be more solid colored yarns because of all the patterning. I've chosen quite complicated patterns. Might not start with these, but I do plan on knitting these eventually. So let's see if you can see that. You can see that. So this is Coffee Cantata by Kaua Coffee, and it's quite a textured pattern. I believe it's like a whole bunch of twisted stitches. Can't quite see, but yeah. So that's one of them. Then there's Petrushka. Again, it's a whole bunch of slipped stitches. So we'll see. I might not do the patterning all the way to the bottom. We'll see once I start. Then there's Bly, which is just a cable pattern. I think all of these will require pretty much solid colored or slightly tonal colored yarns, which I don't have that many of, so we'll see. Then there's Compline, again twisted stitches. Then there's Lohengrin, and now this photo, again it's twisted stitches, but it's a quite dark photo, so you might be better off trying to see this on Ravelry. So that's Lohengrin. And then the next two are themed, so to speak. They're related to the Count of Monte Cristo. This one is Albert de Montserrat, and that's just a textured one, so this one could be variegated or self-striping yarn. And then there's the Monte Cristo one. Again, it's textured, so I could see this in like a variegated or a self-striping yarn. So those are the patterns I had planned to knit for March. Whether I get around to these or not, I don't know. We'll see. And now to show you the yarn I have. And this is by no means all the yarn, because some of the skeins I have like more than just the 2 skeins of. So we'll start with what's in here. This one I won't be using now. This I'm going to be using for a design pattern, a pattern I'm designing for socks as well. We have, this is Shuffle Admiral Flakes, and then there's just the black one that will probably be only for toes, heels, and socks, contrasting toes, heels, socks. I have a sock blank by Donna Maria that was part of the sock club last year. Then I'll turn these around so you can see these colors better. This is a sock by Yarn Adventures, again from the sock club. This is a self-striping skein from Donna Maria that I bought last year. This one was part of the sock club. And then I have these two Miss Babs, and they are on her Hot Shot Toes, which is, let me see, it's 80% superwash merino and 20% nylon. So that's those two over there. So yeah, I just have to see where I use those for. And then I have this box. So we have, let's see here. These 8 are tiger yarn. Then we have, let's see, these 4. Oh wait, so it's this one, and this, and then these 2. That's all tiger yarn. Then these 4 here in the corner are RGO yarn, and the rest here up to, so let's do this. So this whole row and this whole row, and then these 2 here, that's all Drops Fable. So this is here, Drops Fable unicolor, and then those 6 are unicolor, and then this is all the long prints over here. So that's what I have. like I said, not a lot of solid colors, a lot of self-striping or variegated yarns. So what I have on order is a lot of solid colors, because what I've seen from the list of yarns required for Sock Madness, there's going to be a lot of I think I mentioned already on Sunday, it's going to be a lot of color work, so I think I need the main color needs to be a fairly solid color, and then I can use all the striping and variegated and tonals and stuff like for the contrasting colors. So that's it. That's all I wanted to say today. Just a quick episode showing you the sock yarn I'll be using for the KAL I'm hosting and the Sock Madness, and it all starts tomorrow. My KAL will run from the 1st of March to the 31st of March. As in October last year, no whips allowed, so it has to be started on the 1st of March or any time during the month, obviously, and you have until the 31st of March, till midnight 31st of March, to post your finished pictures. I will be having the chatter thread and the finished object thread, so I'll have 2 threads, and then only adult size socks. Baby socks, they're just too small to really count. So, you know, just adult size socks. I knit a medium size. I know some of my friends have smaller feet than me, some have larger feet. So whatever you're comfortable, you know, just adult size socks. If you're in doubt about the size, you know, if you're knitting for like a teenager or something, just ask me. Usually they have bigger feet than babies, so yeah, those are. I'll put all the rules in the thread. Basically, no baby socks; those aren't allowed. Then any pattern you want to knit is up. You know, you can knit any pattern you want, be it plain vanilla socks, texture socks, colorwork socks, whatever you want. That's up to you. And yep, that's it. I'll see you guys on Sunday. Hopefully I'll have a sock or a work in progress to show you in terms of the Sock Madness, and hopefully I'll have a finished object, which will be that baby blanket, which is no longer really a baby blanket. Yeah, we'll see how things go. And enjoy the rest of your week. I'm going to be going back to work tomorrow. And oh, one more thing that I wanted to mention for anyone who's in Portugal. On Saturday the 4th of March, there is going to be a party at Dona Agulha, which is a yarn shop in Famalicão. She has a Facebook page, so go check that out. I'll link it in the show notes I'll make for today. For this little episode. Her shop exists for years. That's why there's a party coming Saturday. So yeah, go. I'm gonna go in the afternoon with a couple of friends, and yeah, if you're in the neighborhood, come join us. We'll be there checking out the shop. She's recently moved to a new location, so it's gonna be interesting for me as well, because I've not been to this new location before, and we'll just be sitting there knitting, chatting, meeting the local community, so to speak. And she does host knitting groups as well. I've not been to one in quite a while, but I really should start. Okay, so sorry about that. I just got cut off. I don't know why. What I was saying is that Angela, the owner of the store, she also hosts knit groups on the first Saturday of every month in the afternoon, and I went to a couple, and then I stopped going because I had other commitments, but I'm gonna start going again in the future. So I'll be there on Saturday. Join us if you're in the neighborhood, and enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll talk to you again on Sunday. Bye.